So I'm Thomas Reynaud, the CEO of ILIAD. We are the European leading alternative operator with 42 million subscribers in France, Italy, and Poland. Thank you for your invitation, Vinci. And this invitation is very important because we're talking today about a hot topic, 5G, with a lot of controversy in France over the last few months. But first, let me say Happy New Year to you. Happy 2021 to you and your loved one in this unprecedented time. At a time when probably the telecom industry has never been so important in the everyday life of our fellow citizens. So let me introduce what is our mindset when it comes to 5G. We launched 5G mid-December after a very long auction process in France, after a very intense debate on the merits of 5G in French society. And we decided to launch 5G so mid-December by including 5G at no extra cost in our commercial plan, keeping the same price without any commitment, so more for the same price. This is a powerful gesture and it's in line in our history of disruption. We clearly fight for what we believe is a fair and important thing. So where do we stand in terms of rollout? Today we have more than 5,500 radio sites on 5G. We have a coverage of almost 40% of French population, and we want to have the best 5G network in France. We have on the ground more than 2,000 of our employees, more than 2,000 technicians working day in, day out in order to roll out our network. And clearly one of the challenges is the social acceptability of that rollout. For example, today in Paris, we don't have yet the right to light up our 5G antennas. So the launch of 5G is also a major milestone for France as a nation, and I get that strong conviction, and making the economy more competitive, also helping building a more efficient society thanks to the many usage of 5G. And we had a very concrete example in terms of telehealth, in terms of infrastructure modernization, or better efficiency in the heating district system. But as I told you, there has been a lot of debate around 5G in French society in the last few weeks, and it's important to clear up some important points. First, yes, 5G is synonymous of progress. Very soon, it will offer solutions in order to manage traffic flows, for example, car flows in large towns, monitoring urban air pollution thanks to IoT, and which is even more important, I do believe, a much more efficient usage of energy and electricity in many industries, such as agriculture, such as management of smart building. The big debate that was in France was about 5G versus environment. Is 5G bad for the environment? You know that the digital industry is responsible for roughly 2 to 5% of carbon emission in the world, depending on the carbon intensity of the electricity. In France, it's, for example, 2%, but in more carbon intensive country, it's more 5%. And yes, 5G is efficient for technology. First, because this is the first radio technology that was designed taking into account the electricity efficiency dimension and the environmental dimension. You know, in 2021, the most important challenge of a telecom operator is to manage the amazing rise of traffic on our network. Last year, we had on our mobile network plus 45% traffic increase. There are two ways of dealing with that amazing increase. Either you do densification of your network with the existing technology, 3G, 4G, or you decide to move to 5G, because 5G is 4 times more efficient in terms of electricity consumption. So we do believe that at the end of the day, 5G is the only way to cope with that additional demand for mobile mobility. But this is exactly the same thing on broadband connectivity. Fiber is 3 times more efficient than DSL. And at the end of the day, and this is something that was surprising in the French debate, you should not underestimate the environmental benefits of the 5G evolution, of the rise of the digital economy. And I got the strong belief that the telecom industry, the digital industry, will be an amazing accelerator of the environmental transition, thanks to IoT, thanks to a better efficiency on the way we move, and it will facilitate a new collaborative and remote way of thinking. But at the end of the day, I think that the main conclusion is that we should not underestimate all those debates. That's why this debate this morning is very important. We have to set figures to assess the exact impact. We have also, it's also important to underline the positive externalities of the telecom industry on the environment. But I'm pretty sure that this is not the end of the debate, that it's important to have a clear example of smart cities for our fellow citizen in order to have a positive view of that evolution.
Answer maybe this question that we had from the chat, asking us, well, in relating to the environment where we are operating, there's some cities are considering asking moratorium against 5G in France, and Ariel Gomez is asking which options would be the operators. What would they do against those moratoriums?
We have plenty of moratoriums in many important French cities, for example, Paris, but not only, Lille, Nantes. And so far, even if we already started to install our antenna, to install our new 5G radio site, we decided, even if we could have the right, legally speaking, to light up those antenna, we decided to give the full priority to the debate. In Paris, for example, in December, there was a collective citizen convention about digital industry and environment on this clear topic of 5G. And this is the reason why I'm optimistic. 70% of those 80 people working in that citizen group said that they were in favor of 5G. You know that Paris will be the city of the Olympic Games in 2024. So we give time to debate, to dialogue, but I'm pretty sure that by the end of this quarter or beginning of the second quarter in April, we'll start to have 5G in Paris. It's a question of economic attraction. It's a question of visibility. And then there will be a positive domino impact. You know, we launched 4G 10 years ago, and there was that that kind of debate too. At the end of the day, I hope that this long debate process will be positive in order to give a better understanding of what is at stake with the citizens. What is risky that if by this summer we don't have a 5G in Paris, it's the image of Paris that could be impacted and the economic attraction. But I have the sentiment that things are moving in the right direction.
Okay. Thank you again for your time. Thank you for the time you spent with us.
Thank you so much. Bye.
I hope we'll see you soon at Leonard's. Thank you again, Thomas.